I can't see it having that approach with more singing. I feel like it'll just be more and more of like a wider net for you to get more people, but still. Anyway,
thanks,
yesterday,
boys.
yeah,
Appreciate
of course.
that.
Are we allowed to like play that on the podcast? Like let it play out? So
I mean, it'll be out,
100%. Yeah, I never
yeah.
content.
I was gonna ask because it would
for
just
the
be
boys.
Hell
3 minutes of just like nothingness.
Well, I figured if we had nothingness, we would just cut it down to.
I guess
end
I am
reaction.
playing only your songs on Omegle from now on. I'll actually
hard.
make some money.
But yesterday, I asked Twitter for some questions to ask you because I said you were coming on the podcast. Yeah, I was prepared for a guest for once. I did good.
Nice.
Let's go.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Professionalism.
Would you ever do a rock song real quick? Like, I'm just curious.
Like just a
Like
brutal
what?
fucking death metal song. Like,
Yeah.
Like
Would you- how crazy would you go? Are you pretty much open to anything, or
So
do you have like
I've
parameters?
made some
or-
like I made some like pop punky. Well, not pop punk. I made like
MGK.
I don't even know. Like no. I haven't. That's the
You're
one.
not gonna
That's
sing
the
about
one
an emo
world that
girl.
Yeah, no, I'll pass on that one. But I've made like, I think it's more just punk. It's not pop punk. It's just
Blink
like
182 style.
It's more like just screaming. But it's not like I don't even know the name of the song. But it's at the end of one of my albums called Good Luck Have Fun, and my recent album Eat Your Veggies 2. At the very end, it's like Tonight We Fucking Party, and it's just like it's not like full blown actual live instrumentation, but I don't know if I would make a screamo record, but I did just make a psychedelic rock song.
Cool.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like it's like a 3-part song where it starts like a piano ballad and then it goes into piano like rap, like some like Cardi and like Tyler the Creator shit, and then it transitions into the psychedelic rock song. As far as like song structure wise, like I don't think it's probably like the worst idea humanly possible, but it is dope nonetheless.
I'm about it.
No, it's
Lil
not
Yachty just did that too. I believe he made like
Man,
a psychedelic.
that album-
Yachty's album's crazy,
It's cool.
Dude, like
so good.
so good. Obviously when you listen to it, you're like, hey, it's a Lil Yachty. Like you got to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't think he's like a typical psychedelic rocker, but that dude, the
he's
album
all
rocked.
over it. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I genuinely
rocked.
like that album.
Yeah, good for him. I was really happy when he did that shit. I think it's some of the most timeless work he's ever made for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
when I
agree.
listened to it, I was like, damn, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super sick.
All right, I can get some of the Twitter questions. Shake and Jake, I think that's what it is. He asked what your favorite song you've wrote so far and why, and your favorite collab you've done. Like with
I think I'm gonna
another
say favorite
artist.
color.
Favorite color. And favorite color.
Random
too.
question.
Favorite color, pink or purple.
I could have guessed
What?
that by the pink hat all the time ever.
Yo, look at this. Hold up.
Oh, it is pink. Oh, I thought that was white.
Yeah, it looks
No.
white.
You see
Always
the color gradient?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
that
disgusting.
thing used.
This is the second one I've only
Really?
ever. Yeah, I've had this one since October 2019, and the one before was like the first one I ever had. It's crazy, right?
Damn.
amazing.
Actually, hold on. Before we get to that question, do you remember when I think it was Toronto? You gave Manny one of your chains, your like dollar store like
Oh, I do
shitty
remember
chains. He put it. It almost got us robbed. I forgot to tell you about this last time we saw you, bro. So Manny put it dangling from his bag. Like, cause it looked like a $1 chain. Like, it looked like the type of shit that make your neck green. And
Wow.
so Manny had it hanging from his bag, and we went to the McDonald's in Toronto on Spadina, which is normally like a
Spadina?
pretty okay area, like nothing wild there. But we went there, and so this guy's like kind of talking to us, and he like asked me about my necklace and stuff like that, and I was just talking to him, and I thought he was just like being weird and shit. Then he's like, yeah, I know jewelry's like pretty expensive and stuff. So if you guys should be careful with that and shit. And we're just like, okay, dude, whatever. Like, you're just being weird. But we were getting drinks and stuff, and he kept shuffling over to Manny, and Manny had his bag over him, the bag that he always has over his side. Manny said he felt him tug like a good like little on the side, like a quick little tug on it, and Manny just like kept turning and like playing it off like he's just trying to like walk away from this dude, and he literally just following us around the whole fucking McDonald's till we left. But he was trying to get that thing so bad. He was just bumping into Manny, tugging on the side of it. He wanted that $1 chain off Manny's bag so bad, bro.
Risking his life for $1.
Yeah,
He
honestly,
didn't know.
it's so impressive. Like I conceptually can kind of understand why people buy jewelry, but like, dude, it's so like if I bought like a $30,000 chain, I've considered buying a full
you're
bust down like a full bust down sriracha pendant. But I just was like, I can't justify this. I wouldn't be able to wear it out anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
like anywhere, unless you have like bodyguards with you at all times.
Right.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just
But
fully not worth it.
yeah, it's just like why though?
I was
don't know.
watching
Yeah,
this
that's-
interview with Chad Ochocinco, and he was like talking about like the fact that he doesn't own anything like super ostentatious like that, like chains or $1 million watch and shit like that. And he's like, his reasoning for it was really, I just like the way he thought about it. He's like, people already know my name, like people already know who I am. I don't have to prove myself to like I don't have to wear all these crazy like super expensive clothing. Like no matter what I do, no matter how much money I spend, people are gonna know my name regardless.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I need to spend all that money? I could just save it and
And buy property and
property
live
or
in nice,
pass it
warm
down
places.
to family or pass it down to children and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I just really
I
like
mean,
that
if your
mindset.
goal with that kind of stuff is literally just a peacock, then yeah, you look like a fucking
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah.
But like obviously, there's a ton of people who are super into like designer and designing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think that's pretty dope. As long it all depends on why you're doing it.
I don't even know if this was $100. This was
Yeah, if you're just
cheap as
peacocking,
fuck.
it's
this is
whack
me
as
trying
fuck.
to. Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to show
Is
off.
that the
Yeah,
chain?
absolutely.
That
Big
chain is
show off.
like isn't it linked? Like it's linked onto you, so like you can't take it off. Or can you?
That's
What?
sick.
No,
Welded
yeah.
onto
no, you
his
can.
neck.
You can.
Oh, can you
yeah,
take it off?
Welded
What
on.
do you-
No, you
what?
can. I'm pretty sure you can take it off. I
Little
don't know
TIG
how I
weld
would put
to
it
the
on.
back. Yeah,
Well, I
TIG
mean,
weld
so
to the
some
back
people-
of his neck.
But you haven't taken it off. You like shower with it, and it's got
Yeah,
like your
no.
skin.
Oh,
in it
okay.
And your.
I know
odor
some
and-
people
my
would get like
DNA.
permanent
Yeah.
chains though, where they don't take it
No,
off. they just leave it on
no,
forever.
I would never do that.
Oh, okay.
sounds
Yeah,
solid.
that, that's
Bolt
like
cutters to take off.
Pretty
what?
much, yes. Well, some people do that. I thought that's what you
No,
did with the-
you can take this off. But yeah, this is some cheap like fucking
was gonna say, I
sterling
would not- I
silver.
would not have
or
a-
no,
a
it's
welded.
stainless steel. I think is what it is. I don't know.
yeah.
Probably.
As long as it doesn't.
It's nothing
turn
crazy,
green,
though.
That's
Yeah, no,
Uh,
it's nothing crazy.
We got
remember-
distracted. That's,
I remember the first chain I ever had. Gravy stole it from me, and I had a pinky ring, and he wore them so long that they fully turned green. And I was like, "Bro, when can I get my chain back?" And he gave it back to me like 2.5 years later,
seaweed
just
looking
like
fucking-
rotting. Yeah, I was like, "Man,
Just had moss
fuck you,
growing
dude."
on it.
like
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
kelp from the ocean.
kelp.
All right, we got distracted. Favorite song you've wrote and why, and favorite collab.
Honestly, probably the song that I just showed you guys.
Okay.
I just like. I feel like it's just like the realest shit I've ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest.
Honest
Yeah, that or Help Herself. I honestly really like making sad music. It's like
Yeah.
weirdly fulfilling and like it's just like catchy because
Help
kinda
Herself,
feels
yeah,
more like
Help Herself
meaningful.
gets stuck in my head all the time. Every time that
Yeah.
song comes on in my Spotify playlist, I'd just be fucking humming it the rest of the day.
yeah. Favorite collaboration I've ever made.
Yeah.
Honestly, working with Rich Brian was sick because I remember
That's
when
what
I
I
was
was-
just
that's
like
what I was
first
waiting
starting
for.
to make music. Yeah, first starting to make music, I was just a big fan of Rich Brian.
Yeah.
Full stop. And I was just like, okay. I sent him the song, and he's like, dude, I'm rapping on this right now. I was like, okay,
Big.
sick. Yeah, and it was cool. He's a really nice guy, like very similar to Gravy and I, and just like kind of does music for the right reasons and just fucks
Yeah.
around. Which is
He
he's the
seems like a
boy.
genuinely
Yeah.
fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah. He's
Like,
just
he
like
seems like good
he's just
vibes.
a boy.
Yeah, it
You
does
know
not seem like
how-
there's any ego there at all.
Yeah, when you like meet someone, you're like, oh, like if I grew up with him, he could be in my
Yeah.
friend group.
Best friend.
Yeah.
It was just like when I met Gravy the first time, I was like, damn, like I would have been friends with him in high school, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
same with Rich Brian. Like, and it's cool because you can meet people like that, and then you also meet people who you're like, wow, this guy is the worst person I've ever met in my life. He sucks. But I feel like across the board and with like YouTube gamers and YouTube players, like everyone is just really friendly, at least from my perspective. But
Yeah.
in music, sometimes it's cringe, bro. People are cringe in music for sure.
I feel like it's
Well, there's definitely some of both in YouTube.
yeah,
as
there's
well,
definitely
gamers.
some cringe
Yeah.
on YouTube too, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to get like a fat ego in music because you're like, to us, fans are literally like, you know, just a subscriber count. Like we don't get to interact with them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
see them like cheering for us and fucking screaming when we do anything. Like nobody screams when we upload a video. Whereas like you guys walk out on stage and there's this like whatever,
Like
however
literally
many people you
people
have
in
there.
front of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like it's a lot easier to get like a big old ego there. So I feel like music might have YouTube licked for that. But
Yet somehow
just
it happens
interesting.
constantly for YouTubers. I don't know
yeah,
where
it does
comes
happen with
from,
YouTubers.
but-
There is some bad content
It's
creators.
the ego, brother. You gotta squash that ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
Ego
like
death.
fully understood how people like gain like an insane like the egos that just are like, oh,
Like I'm just
why are
way
you-
better
like,
than you.
I'm the shit.
Like-
yeah.
yeah, like I understand like conceptually why, but it's like, dude, like just
We all
we're
shart.
all the same.
Yeah,
We're
we all
shart,
wipe
bro.
our ass
Yeah.
with the same.
We all
hand.
Yeah,
shart.
we do be sharding like this. So I don't know. I've just always been baffled when people are like unbelievably lame, and I'm like, damn, like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I think the internet and everything has a lot to do with that because I feel like back in the day, like artists from like I don't know the 70s, 80s, and 90s, their mindsets were a lot different. You know what I mean? Because you look at those kind of like artists or celebrities or whatever, and I just feel like they don't have any other interaction besides people just cheering them on or people that work for them telling them just being yes men to them.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
there's no opposition like, hey, you're being a dick right now, or you're being an asshole or something, or hey, you shouldn't have said that or whatever. Like a lot of like older school people, I feel like didn't have that, but I feel like with nowadays the
Except for the Beatles.
younger.